Good evening, Nathan Reuby here from Silicone HQ in Brighton, UK. We have a really decent and different session today. We're actually, well, I'm zooming in from UK and I'm zooming into the plant, the HQ of KraussMaffei US in Florence, Kentucky. And I'm actually with Tommy Smith. Tommy, remind me your role there at the company. Well, firstly, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. My name is Tommy Smith. I'm an applications engineer for KraussMaffei USA here in Florence, Kentucky.
Excellent, excellent. So this has been put together. Now we obviously KraussMaffei are taking part of the show, Silicone Expo, in a couple of weeks now. You guys have a pretty big stand, and you're bringing a bit of kit with you. Now, is that the same bit of kit that's behind you?
Yeah, right here behind me, we have our PX all-electric molding machine that's set up for LSR processing. We're going to be bringing our LRX robot, which is setting on top of the machine. So we'll be removing the parts from the mold with the robot. We work hand in hand with our partners, Elkem. We'll bring the Elkem dosing system in to the show with us. Our material supplier is Elkem. And also, we're going to have Conair in our booth as well. They're supplying some of the secondary equipment.
Oh, awesome! So quite a big, a little mob of you guys, big gang.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. So Tommy, what's your role within the company, within KraussMaffei?
My role with KraussMaffei is actually two roles. I'm the applications engineer, where I work with the processes, with thermoplastics, with thermostats, and LSR. So I'm the application engineer here in the US. So I do application support, processing support, and also I do training for customers at KraussMaffei.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. Well, KraussMaffei, obviously, if you're in the industry, you guys are very well known, especially, within plastics, rubber extrusions, silicone as well. I mean, is silicone a big part of the business, or is it something that the company are looking to sort of delve into a bit more?
It's something that we want to delve into a little bit more here in the U.S. Okay. In Europe, the silicone set machines are throughout Europe, and KraussMaffei has a really big push in Europe, and we want to bring some of that to the U.S. market.
Awesome. Okay. And so a bit, I mean, most of the people watching this will know who you guys are, but for those who don't, are you able to allude or just give us a brief description of KraussMaffei as a company, what they do, a bit about the history maybe?
Well, KraussMaffei is a company. We've been a company for 180, almost 85 years now, I believe it is. We're huge into plastics machinery, whether it be extrusion, injection, or reaction injection molding. Yeah. So we got our hand in a little bit of everything.
Awesome. Okay. And you've chosen to take part in the Silicone Expo, well, a couple of weeks now in Detroit. Is that, I suppose, put you on the spot, a slightly leading question. What made you guys take part of the show?
We know there's a niche there. We know there's an opening in the silicone market here in the U.S., and we want to present our machines and let everybody know we have a very, very capable machine for the silicone market.
Yeah, awesome. And you guys have a session as well, if I'm not mistaken. You have a product demonstration on Wednesday, 11:45 on day 2 on the Wednesday, correct?
Yes, I will actually be presenting the APC Plus control for LSR. So I'll be doing a presentation on that, and also I'll be running the APC Plus at the show, so we can demonstrate that. Amazing.
Will you actually, will that machine behind you, will that be running and working on site?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, this is the machine.
Amazing. Very interactive, actually, for the audience. Yeah, I think that's very cool. Oh, very good. Now you say you also work with, you've mentioned a couple of partners. Elkem, we're going to be speaking to Elkem later, and Adam at Roembke.
Yeah, I forgot Roembke. I'm sorry, I forgot those.
That's all right. No, that's fine. Yeah, so there's a whole gang of you actually. Now, tell me more about that collaboration. How's that come about? What are the benefits of this?
So when we started talking about doing the Silicone Expo, me and Bruce Miller and a couple other people here at KraussMaffei started thinking about how we were going to make this happen. And we had worked with Roembke before. We had worked at KraussMaffei in general in Europe, has worked with Elkem, and Elkem is our sister company. So we got all those groups together and started making the phone calls, and there were no hesitation. Everybody joined in and has been really involved since January.
Okay, awesome.
And putting everything together.
Amazing. Now, I'm not sure if you can. I mean, are you able to sort of pop around now and run a bit of a demo for the audience? Is that
I mean, we can do that.
This machine here, I mean, what sort of people will be looking to buy this? I mean, what type of industries?
The medical industry. This is an all-electric medical style machine.
Right.
This is not with all of the options. This has a lot of the options on it, though, that you would see in a medical facility. There's a few more things that we would add to that when we go into a clean room facility. And it's all electric. There's no hydraulic oil. There's minimum oil and grease. So it's the right machine for this, for a medical facility.
Well, that's good. Medical is one of our key sort of end user groups that we're targeting. So
shot weight control, shot consistency, flattened parallelism is very important when you're running silicone.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a couple of the key features.
Well, yeah, you're in luck. Yeah, so yeah, the medical device manufacturing and appliances from that sector is a quite big deal for our show. Actually, it's quite represented at the conference, and you know, with some of the sign-ups who are coming already. So hopefully, you guys get to meet the right people there. It's the aim.
I hope we do.
Yeah.
I think you know where we have a little bit of the market here in the U.S. right now. We're really pushing to expand that market, you know, and get more machines out there.
Excellent. And I suppose one last question before we move on and speak to Adam at Roembke. Are there any challenges that you guys foresee at the moment? Now, the silicone world is booming, and we won't touch on supply issues and whatnot. That's a whole different conversation. But apart from that, are there any factors that you think might get in your way, you know, with your development or progressions?
Right now, I can't see anything other than the supply chain.
Right.
I mean, you know, with the world supply chain the way it is, we do face some challenges, but with the right group of people, we can overcome those challenges. That would be the only challenge that I see.
Not bad. So not bad going. So it's looking, the future's looking pretty positive.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We at KraussMaffei, we have the right group of people in KMC here in the U.S. that want to expand the market and will do whatever it takes to get our name out there.
Wonderful. Well, that's awesome. I mean, that's very enlightening. I really appreciate you taking the time out, actually, Tommy, and explaining all of this. And I look forward to meeting you in person in a few weeks. And
we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you very much to Tommy there of KraussMaffei. I'm now joined by Adam Shaal, Business Development Manager at Roembke. Thank you very much for joining, Adam.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. So we've been chatting to the Elkem guys, and obviously with KraussMaffei. There's a whole mob. There's a whole gang of you. I think you're sort of all working together. Tell me a bit more about what Roembke do. What do you guys do?
So Roembke Manufacturing was started about 45 years ago now. We started back then with HDR, high consistency rubber materials, making transfer molds, flashless transfer molds, and wasteless flashless transfer molds for the automotive industry mainly. And then around the early 90s, when LSR started really gaining traction here in the States, we developed our own cold runner system and started making the LSR injection molds. From there, we started making actual two-shot molds. So, you know, true actual 2K molding, where you've got a thermoplastic substrate, and then you're overmolding some kind of silicone component over that.
Yeah.
And then once we started doing that, that kind of fed right into doing the turnkey systems that we do. So we expanded a couple of years ago and actually added a whole turnkey facility. I think we're up to about 11 injection presses that we have in-house.
Nice.
So we test every mold that we make before it goes to the customer. So if we need to make changes, you know, it's all right there in the shop, and we can really fine tune it so the customer knows when they're getting a mold from us, it's going to work.
Good. Well, amazing. Well, so Roembke are taking part of the show. You guys also have a stand. Now, who would be a really great attendee or visitor, you know, buyer to come by your stand at the event? What type of companies?
Yes, we work with a wide range of contract manufacturers and OEMs. A lot of OEMs are molding their own products now. Basically, anyone who's looking to make parts out of silicone rubber, we can help set them up. We can do everything from quick prototypes to full turnkey production cells, which this would kind of be an example of that.
Yeah.
We can get all the partners together. We can get the pump guys like Elkem, the injection press guys like KraussMaffei, material provided by Elkem. We can get them together, and even like the colorant was provided by a company called KraussMaffei. That so we can bring all those parties together and build a whole complete turnkey molding cell for them.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Very good. Now, tell me a bit more about your relationship with KraussMaffei. So you guys work together. I mean, do you have a particular mold that's unique for this process, or?
Yeah. So for this show, we'd like to do something that people can take home and give to their kids, so they can sit around the house for a while and our logos on it.
Nice.
So we went with a Silicone Poppet, which I don't know if you have little kids, you see them with a little disc with the pops that you go in and out.
Yeah.
So that's what we decided to go with on this. Pretty simple mold. It fits into our quick prototyping system. Nice and easy. So yeah.
Awesome. Now, any sort of what are your thoughts on the future? Are you guys thinking about any new technologies, new innovations that you're looking to launch, or maybe in the future?
Yeah. So like I said, turnkeys are really big right now. Everyone's hard pressed to find employees, laborers at a shortage. Yeah. So the turnkey systems, a lot of that engineering burden can fall onto us. We'll debug the whole system, put the automation together, and then a customer gets a molding cell that's ready to go and start making parts. So it really cuts down on what they have to do. There's some risk mitigation with that. You spend a lot of money on all this capital equipment. You want to make sure it's going to work.
Yeah.
We can do that. And then as far as like innovation stuff that we're coming out with, we just released our new E-Balance cold runner system. So it's a hybrid servo system where you actually can control the stroke of the gate pins with really fine detail, and you can control them individually. So let's say you got 16 cavities with 16 gate pins. You can control each one of those independently and make really fine-tuned adjustments to get your balance right. With silicone molds, balance is really important. You get the shot weight the exact same in all the locations, and silicone's an abrasive material, so as you're running, things can wear out. So you can actually get some more life out of a tool before you need to refurbish by making those fine-tuned adjustments with that new system.
Interesting. Yeah, very cool. All right, and so we met the whole gang. You guys were there working together. I mean, can you sort of allude to the importance of these partnerships?
Yeah. So yeah, I feel really lucky. I feel like we've assembled the dream team of silicone molding here. KraussMaffei has been in business for a long time. They make a really nice machine. Our guys on the floor really like using it. Elkem's great to work with. They're providing the material. Like I said, KraussMaffei's providing the colorant. So we got a nice KraussMaffei blue that'll be on that poppet. And then Elmet provided the dosing unit. I think this is their first model that they have of this one. It's new, top of the line dosing unit. Makes everything really easy. Talks to the machine. Yeah, it's just great getting this group together because everyone knows what they're doing and everyone contributes and makes for a nice, easy, smooth process.
Well, for us as the show organizer, and obviously this is the first Silicone Expo, and to have this type of exposure at the event is a dream.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it's like for a first year shows, KraussMaffei have a big stand, big machine. You guys are all doing bits and bobs on it. It's really good. You don't often have that, so we're very thankful. And actually, I think for the visitors, for the attendees coming to have that interaction and to be able to see stuff being, actually used in real time is, I think,
right. No, I mean it's great to sit at a booth and talk about what we do, but there's nothing like walking a customer over to a machine and saying, 100%. Hey, look, we're molding this part. Here's how it all works. Yeah, it's just, it adds a whole nother level of engagement.
It really does.
It's really wonderful.
And we'll be filming everything, so this will be nice for everyone to sort of take back. And we're really looking forward to the event. Actually, we can't wait. Will you be attending yourself? Will you be there? You'll be there.
So I will be there, and then our president, CEO, and owner Greg Rempke will be there with me.
Excellent.
We're really excited about this show too. There's a lot of other shows that we do, but a lot of them are plastic focused. Yeah. So it's really nice to have something that's just silicone where we can get the right players in the room, and we're very excited about it.
Well, so we and looking, we have like the registrations are coming through, and it's pretty crazy to see the extremely diverse type of people coming. It's great, like really, really like Nike or Google. You wouldn't expect Walt Disney, for example. You wouldn't
Right.
I mean, I mean, I think it goes to show the extreme use of silicone and how
Right.
how
I think
wide.
a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of silicone products out there. You know, everything from automotive seals and gaskets to home goods. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Good. Well, amazing. Well, look, I think, you know, you're a very busy guy. I won't keep up too much of your time. Really appreciate you joining today. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a few weeks. Hopefully we'll have a beer or two, and then so it's been a successful show.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And next up, I think we're going to speak to Julie Harber at Elkem. Thank you so much, Adam.
Thank you.
First of all, I'm with Julie Harber from Elkem. Julie, welcome. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi, thank you, Nathan, for having me.
Excellent. So Julie, you work for Elkem, and what we're going to see at the show in a couple of weeks' time is we're going to have a big KraussMaffei stand with a machine, and that machine is actually, am I correct in thinking, is behind you? Is that what's going to be on?
It is. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the KraussMaffei press behind me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so enlighten me and everyone sort of tuning in. I mean, what's the role with Elkem and KraussMaffei? How are you guys sort of working together?
We are working together as partners. We actually have a relationship with each other through our parent company. And so we are the silicone provider, the liquid silicone provider, and KraussMaffei is the press provider. So the equipment provider to transform the liquid silicone into the final product.
Gotcha. Okay. And obviously Elkem everyone in the silicone world will know of who Elkem are, I suspect. If they don't, then they probably haven't been in the industry very long. But just in case if anyone isn't aware, would you like to give a little sort of recap or explanation of who Elkem are, what they do, the future, that sort of stuff?
Sure, great, thank you. Yes, so Elkem Silicones is a global leader in fully integrated silicone manufacturing. We have been producing first-class silicones for over 70 plus years. Our mission really is to work closely with our customers, providing innovative silicone solutions to enable them to deliver their potential and become successful.
Right. And HQ is, am I right? I'm thinking that HQ is it Norway? Is that where the main office is that?
Elkem ASA is located in Norway, correct? So our parent company is located in Norway. We have manufacturing sites for our silicone division all over the world, globally, in the US, in China, in France, a couple of two upstream facilities, and then multiple downstream facilities finishing those products into silicone products. Right.
Okay. And I'm assuming you guys would work into multiple end use settings. Is that? I mean, are there industries that you don't work with that you're looking to work with, or I mean, are you covering all bases at the moment?
That's a great question. We offer silicones for diverse marketplaces, anywhere from energy, automotive manufacturing, consumer goods, healthcare, and more. So yes, in multiple diverse marketplaces.
Yeah, okay. And I mean, what we're finding as well, I mean, as organizers, we're not really from the silicone industry, from the silicone world, but we've been learning a heck of a lot over the last year. And actually what's really interesting to us is the new applications. Where is silicone going to be in the future, in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? And it seems as though there's more and more applications coming up every day. I mean, are there any particular focus points for Elkem? Are you looking to sort of target particular sectors at all?
We actually are looking into the automotive sector because that is a very large growth industry, as you know, especially with EVs, but just automotive in general. Yeah. And then also even consumer goods. When you talk about wearables, in any type of product such as that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So electronics is a big push as well. Yeah. And being a global supplier, we have access to many different customers globally. So there may be a region that is, or a zone that is more focused on one industry, but we can take that and use our synergies to transform and kind of tie those opportunities together across the globe.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. And do you see any hurdles in the future getting to where you guys want to be? Or, I mean, how would you counter that? I mean, is there anything that might prohibit that happening? Or
No, actually, we've done we've just invested globally in our silicone production, so we know that we're going to be able to supply to our customers in the future.
Right.
Our LSR growth is very important to us.
Yeah, it's on the hot on the lips of quite a lot of people, isn't it? But that's good to hear. I suppose that the silicone community will be happy about that, I think. And
yeah,
yeah, I'm sure. Hopefully, not the same conversation isn't happening in sort of 5 to 10 years, and there's been some resolves. But we're, you know, as a show, our conference actually, that's being addressed, and the hurdles that companies are facing now, I think will be addressed. So come along, and there's people within the company that want to learn more. Then we've got a very good conference hitting place as well in Detroit.
Yes.
Now, one question I have, moving on slightly, is your partnership with the guys there, with KraussMaffei and with Roembke. I mean, this is interesting. And when Bruce very kindly said we'll merge this together, I mean, can you elaborate a little bit more as to how you guys are working together and why, and how that looks?
Well, so one of my roles is really to develop relationships with a lot of our equipment partners, because we believe that a team approach of professionals is beneficial to our customers. When everybody is on board and understands the final product and the final goal of that customer, we can work together a lot more efficiently and make that customer successful.
Yeah.
So when I reached out to Bruce, it is because, as I said, KraussMaffei and Elkem are actually related. We have the same ownership.
Really?
At the end of the day. So it's a natural fit for us to work with KraussMaffei and also help them to grow the silicone press business here, the equipment business here in the United States.
Yep.
So, and then our partnership with Elmet is many years long. So we work very closely with them on the dosing units. And then Roembke is also another partner that we've worked with in the past. And so once again, as many ways that we can help the customer and tie those different parts together, we believe the success will come.
Excellent. And just to recap, you guys are all, will you be on site as well at the show in a few weeks? Will you be on the stand? Yes. Excellent.
Yes. Actually, I will be involved in their booth as well. But Elkem has a booth right across the aisle.
Yep.
So we will be presenting there as well, and we will have a great representation there with our sales force.
Excellent. Yeah, can't wait. Well, my last question, I suppose, for everyone tuning in is, the KraussMaffei have one of the product demonstrations we have on site. So we have live product demos. It's I can't remember the actual time slot, forgive me, but there'll be a 10-minute product being a demonstration. So do you know how that might look, and are Elkem involved in that process? Do you know, or
not that I'm aware of, but we haven't had a chance to sit down much.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I mean, I suppose, do you have any questions for us as an organizer or for the show? I mean, we've covered some nice bases there. Is there anything else you would like to sort of recap on at all?
No, I just thank you for your time. I thank you for letting us talk to you and getting the Elkem name out there and let everybody understand that we are here and we are a major player in the silicone business, and we're looking forward to the growth.
Well, the pleasure's ours. Thank you so much indeed for taking the time, and we wish you all the best, and we'll see you in a few weeks' time.
Great. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you.